Hello everybody, today's video is all about the update coming to Call of Duty World War II on March 13th. Recently on Twitter, SHGames announced that there would be a huge update coming on March 13th, and they just released the notes on Reddit. So that's going to be down in the description below if you kind of want to read through all those, but I'm going to go through all of them in the video. If you're new to the channel, I usually like to break down different in-game mechanics and give you tips and tricks for Call of Duty. If this is your first time hearing about the community update, it usually breaks down to 3 different sections. One section of multiplayer, one section on zombies, and one section all about the community. Based on the overwhelming demand, gun game and prop hunt will continue to be in the game, and they're going to be in our party games playlist tab. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out, check that out. The other thing they tested over the weekend was hardcore Ricochet and try to see what the fans really wanted. Based off the Twitter poll, it looks like Ricochet is probably what's going to stay based off the voting. So it was like 2-to-1. Ricochet versus team killing, so that should be the way the new style is. So that's going to be kind of how we've had it in previous games, so it's nothing that we're not used to. So in my opinion, after reading through all the different changes, I wouldn't say there's anything drastic changing. What I would say though is they're trying to improve quality of life in the game. So quality of life improvements are different things that just help the user, not necessarily anything specific, but there's different things. Maybe they adjust the interface, maybe they adjust menus, maybe they adjust different things. So based off what I read through, they're just going to make it a lot easier and more friendly for the community to actually get what they want out of the game. The specific examples that I'm talking about is they're going to increase the number of weapons and premium content per update. So every time we have one of these big updates, there's going to be a community event, like the one starting tomorrow is the Shamrock and Awe. We're going to have new weapons added to it, and not just 1 or 2 weapons and they roll out 1 or 2 weapons later on. Sounds like they're just going to throw way more weapons at us, kind of just saturate it so we have as many weapons as we want. They're also going to increase the number of ways to earn weapons because, in case you didn't know, some weapons, like the bar, are actually locked behind common supply drops. And even though common supply drops reward you with the very common items, they're not very common to get once you hit Master Prestige, because every drop you get is pretty much rare. The only one you're going to get common is just sitting in the lobby. So the drop rate is kind of screwy on those, and not many people actually have the bar variants because they're strictly locked behind common drops, not even behind rares. So they're going to go ahead and modify that so we get some special orders and contracts, so we're going to unlock certain weapons that we've been dying to get that are strictly locked behind those common drops. And if you watched my channel for more than a couple of weeks, I would say that you've seen all my supply drop videos. And with the supply drop videos, the number one thing they're going to do that in my opinion, which I'm enjoying, is they're going to lower the duplicate rates. So that's just going to lower the frequency at which you get supply drop duplicates, which is going to be nice for the community. But odds are, if you're Master Prestige, you got a lot of the items, you're probably going to still get a lot of duplicates, but it'll be at a lower rate. So you can actually complete some of those collections. The other nice thing they're going to do with supply drops is they're going to rebalance the category reward rates. And what that really means is, let's say a 10% chance you're going to get a pistol grip. Now it's like going to be 7%. They're going to reduce the rates of stuff that we don't really want in the supply drops, and they're going to increase the rates so that even if you're going to get more duplicates of guns or duplicates of outfits, you're not going to get as many duplicate pistol grips, because it seems like that's really a frustrating thing for people to get. You get triple epic and it's all pistol grips. So they're going to go ahead and rebalance that a little bit. They're going to add some new special orders that ties back in with the orders and contracts that I was talking about. They're going to add new categories of items, so this is going to be a little interesting because although it's items that we'll probably want, it's going to dilute the supply drop system just a little bit because they're going to add weapon charms. I'm not sure if that's going to be like how they did in Infinite Warfare. They're going to add some camos and they're going to add some reticles. So I don't know how much they're going to step outside of the realm of World War II, but if they want to be creative, they got to go ahead and step out of the boundary. So I don't know if we're going to have skull reticles or just different shapes of dots. I don't know. We'll have to see how that works out. The other neat thing they're going to do is they're actually going to remove content completely. They're going to remove a lot of those gold foil calling cards, which they considered epics, where they just basically put a gold border outside of them, and they called them epic, and they were the same calling card we had. So they're removing those. So if you got any of those, that kind of sucks. But at the end of the day, it's just removing those epics, so you have a greater chance of getting other epics that you possibly want. So that's a nice little change that they're doing. And then they're also going to be adding some armory drops, so you can actually spend your armory credits on other things besides just, weapons. You can actually buy certain armory drops, and then those will function a lot like bribes. So you'll be able to attain those with armory credits, and then they just give you another way to get content, which is nice. So with Operation Shamrock and Awe kicking off tomorrow, they're going to add some new weapons, and then they're going to add, like I said, the camo. So here's a couple images of one of the new weapons. I'm not sure exactly the name. We're going to get a trailer tomorrow, so we'll actually be able to check that out. So on the 13th, we should have a trailer kind of breaking down some of the different benefits they're going to have over the time period. Also, here's one of the camos, so you can go ahead and check that out. I actually like the way this particular camo looks. We'll see how it looks on normal weapons, because all the weapons that are beat up, if they're not heroic, they kind of look garbage with camos. And I think that's kind of a missed point, because then no one really wants camos, because they're all broken. Chrome doesn't look good on anything except for heroics, and then all the heroics look like they already have chrome on them. So it's kind of one of those things. We'll see what they can do to modify this camo imbalance that we have right now, but that's kind of where it's at with that event. And then for zombies, they're not really doing much other than fixing some minor glitches, so that's kind of pretty much on the zombies front. And then in the community section, they just kind of have some artwork. If you liked the video anyway, go ahead and make sure you click that like button. If you disliked it anyway, make sure you click that dislike button. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Turn notifications on by ringing that bell. Follow me on Twitter to keep up to date with any content I post. And then also, make sure you fill out that giveaway to enter. There's 4 entries per person, up to 4 entries. And there's going to be 3 winners at the end of the month. So hopefully you got a good chance of winning. Not a ton of people have entered, so your odds are pretty good right now. But I expect as we get closer to the date, that will ramp up. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.